Bonjour et bienvenue, je m'appelle Herman. Hello and welcome, my name is Herman. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to conjugate les verbes du premier groupe, verbs of the first group, also called ER verbs, because their endings will be ER. A verb like parler, to speak, ends in ER. A verb like demander as well ends in ER. So they are called ER verb and they belong to the first group. So we will learn how to conjugate them in the present tense, le présent de l'indicatif. Now, let's look at the following three sentences. Je parle l'italien. Je parle l'italien. Vous marchez vite. Vous marchez vite. Il commande une pizza. Il commande une pizza. He's ordering a pizza. So these verbs belong to the first group and they are all in the present tense. Now, what are the main characteristics of such verbs in the present? Well, for one, the E contained in the final syllable is mute, is silent. It will not be pronounced. So what do I mean by that? Je parle l'italien. As you can see, we have an E here, the letter E. A, B, C, D, E. We have the letter E here. But as I pronounce this verb, I do not say je parle l'italien. I say je parle l'italien. Again, je parle l'italien. Look at the third sentence here. We have the verb commande. Commande. Il commande. And I am not saying il commande une pizza. I say il commande une pizza. It's as if the verb was written like this. Il commande. Without the E. Up above, it's as if the verb was written like that. Parle. Without the E. So the E tends to be silent in the final syllable. Okay? And this is also true if it was ENT. For il, when the subject is il, they for boys, or elle, they for girls, the ending will be ENT. This will also be silent. So you will not pronounce the E or ENT, the endings. You will not pronounce that. So keep this in mind. Now, next, the final ONS, ONS and EZ, EZ are voiced. So unlike the final E, the E in the final syllable, the ONS and the EZ will be voiced. And they are pronounced on and a. Again, on, a. When does this ending appear? It appears whenever you have nous as a subject. Nous means we. We. So, we speak, nous parlons. Nous parlons. You have on as the ending for nous. And you have a, the EZ is pronounced a, when the subject is vous, which is you. You as a group, or you formal. The formal you sir, you ma'am. Vous parlez, nous parlons. So in that case, whenever you see the ONS or the EZ, you will have to pronounce them. And they are pronounced on and a. Okay. And also reminder that in French, on equals nous. On is also equated to nous. So if I say en France, on mange du fromage. I'm simply saying in France, we eat cheese. On could also mean people, les gens. So en France, on mange du fromage could also mean en France, people eat cheese. So on means either nous or people, les gens. Okay, depending on the context. And I have a lesson on that specific topic. Alright, so again, the final E is silent. ONS, on. EZ, et are pronounced, and on sometimes means nous, we, or people, les gens. Alright, these are the main characteristics of ER verbs in the present. Now, how do you conjugate ER verbs? Here we have all the different persons, les personnes, les pronoms sujets personnels. So we have je, tu, il, elle, on. By the way, this is I, you, singular or informal. Je, tu, il, he. Elle, she, on, which we've seen before. Nous, we, vous, you guys, you as a group, or you, formal, you sir, you ma'am, and il, they for boys, elle, they for women, girls, or any feminine thing. Now, let's see how to form, how to conjugate ER verbs in the present. What you do, you take away the ER, you get rid of it like this. You get rid of it here. You take away the ER, which is a marker of the infinitive ER verbs. So you take away the ER and you place the following endings here, depending on the subject. For example, whenever you have je, you will use the verb, the ER verb, you will remove the ER and you will place E at the end, which is you place the letter E at the end. So the endings are E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. So how would you pronounce that? You will say je parle. Remember, we don't pronounce the E. Je parle, je marche. Tu parles, ES, IS at the end. Tu parles, tu marches. Il parle, il marche. Elle parle, elle marche. On parle, on marche, to walk. Nous parlons, nous marchons. Vous parlez, vous marchez. Il parle, elle parle. Il marche, elle marche. So remember the ENT, the ENT is also silent. So with the exception of nous, we, and vous, you as a group, or you sir, you ma'am, you, the polite form of you, all the other conjugations, the endings are silent. Je parle, tu parles, il parle, elle parle, silent. But nous parlons, vous parlez, nous marchons, vous marchez. Alright, this is how you will form the conjugation of ER verbs in the present tense, by removing the infinitive and placing the following endings. And this is true for all ER verbs in French. Now, here is a small quiz to help you practice what you've learned. So some of these sentences or phrases are wrong, and I would like you to use this slide for help if you need any help. So you have the endings here based on the subject pronoun, right? Le pronom sujet, pronom. So you have here the endings E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT based on the subject pronouns here. So look at those phrases containing a subject and a verb. Are they correct? Well, let's see. Let's do the first one. Tu sautes, tu sautes. You jump. So tu sautes. We have tu as a subject. Let's look at tu here. And we see that the ending for tu will be ES. Do we have an ES here? Oh, no, we don't. So let's rewrite the sentence correctly. Tu sautes with an ES this time at the end. So look at the following one here. We have il, he, il demande. Is this correct? Look again. What ending do we have for il? Oh, we have E. And here we happen to have, oops, ENT. So something is wrong. Go ahead and correct this. Do the same for the rest of the sentences, and please post your answers in the French lab, and I will be happy to take a look, or other members will also be we'll also be able to give you some feedback. Merci, à très bientôt. Au revoir. Bye.